I really got to do this video about putting your faith in someone or something aside from yourself because this is how humanity always gets themselves in trouble is when they put their faith in an entity, in a person, a guru, a president, a congressman. I mean, you could probably count how many people in history that we have put our faith in that only to find out that it's been abused. Our faith in certain people, our faith in certain governments, our faith in certain belief systems. And this is why I say be careful putting your faith in a person, place, or thing. Why Jilly Juice is so important, is because you will have the discernment. You will have the discernment to be able to put faith in yourself, in your choices, in your belief systems on the side of life. And when someone offers you something, whatever it is, you'll be able to discern whether or not is it a pro-life thing or is it something that's going to compromise your life. Okay? And so I know this is going to go against many people's belief systems because they're so used to putting their faith in a person, place, or thing. But I want you to be very careful when you put your faith in someone or something. That's why you have to get your biochemistry so well balanced that you can trust yourself to make the right decisions that are going to be aligned with life at any given moment in time. And then you find people that are like you, that are just as balanced as you are, that will do what it takes to change people's minds to where they're more open to be able to promote change in their biochemistry so we don't breed more imbalances in our society. Because there's no way we're going to be able to change people. Every person's going to have to change themselves. You know, if we put so much faith in Trump to stop the pedophilia, well, you know, anybody then can sell a perception that, you know, pedophilia is now gone when it's really been driven underground. Just like, you know, about the Freemasons, you know, they were driven underground for a very long time and then they reemerged. And now they are running America. Okay? And so we're going to see this ebb and flow of where a certain population or certain belief system is ran underground where it's not in your face. And then people think, okay, everything is great. We've changed hearts and minds. We've gotten rid of everyone that's bad in our society. And then you have relative peace across the land. And then what happens is people get too complacent. They become imbalanced. They allow somebody to guide their perceptions because they don't have enough discernment on their own to guide their own perceptions. And that's when people fall for everything because they don't stand for themselves. And so I want to warn you guys that are putting your faith in Trump, putting your faith in Biden, putting your faith in all these different entities aside from yourself, that you could be led down a very treacherous path and not even know it because you like the words, you like the mannerisms, you like the charisma, you like what they say they stand for. You like the perception that is being put out there. But when you really look deeper, is the perception actually the facts, the reality? And that's something that, you know, when you're looking for a savior and looking for a hero, that's hard to face. That's why I had to really work on myself to put the faith in myself, my biochemistry, to deal with the demons that I've dealt with so I can trust myself to know when to choose the battles. Because there are some battles that are not worth fighting. And there are some battles that are worth fighting. And so The only thing I can say is the only way to stop these imbalances is if we get people's biochemistry. But even then, you still you can't force somebody to think in a specific way. They have to really want to live and hate being, riddled with cancer, disease, and chronic illness, and they face their demons. And then they start seeing a different outlook. They start seeing different behaviors. They start seeing a different belief system. But some people are very happy with their death trajectory. And when you're happy with the death trajectory, yes, you're going to see idiosyncrasies pop up, and then those like-minded people will band together and they will hang out together. Okay? And then who knows what will happen. And that's kind of what's going on with the pedophilia network, is that like minds band together. Okay? The only way to stop all of that is to actually change your biochemistry. So at this point right now, we're just kind of like what they're saying, like what I said, whack-a-mole. We're playing whack-a-mole with all these different things that we're doing, putting in place, all these different, coalitions and foundations and whatever, which is fine. We're raising the awareness. But remember, they raised the awareness back then about the Freemasons, and then they were driven underground, and then they came back to surface again. Okay? So I'm just saying, and I'm not trying to stop you guys, or not trying to burst your bubble. But whatever it is, and Yahuwah is actually, when you think about it, Yvette, it's actually you, because you are life. Jesus is life. Yahuwah is life. All these different representations, when a person is promoting life, it's all life. It's those that are abusing, those that are believing in death, those that are hurting other people with the wrong chemistry is what it is that you have to be focused on. Okay? You can get lost in the words and get lost in the differences between the words, but there's no differences when you're actually meaning the same thing. So that's the thing, is just, I don't want to put any faith in anyone but my own biochemistry, because ultimately I have to trust myself. Because no matter what, I can't control my husband. I can't control my governor. I definitely can't control Trump. But I can have faith in the laws. But even in the laws, you're like, okay. So then I have faith in the things that I know are going to protect me, which is my wit, my guns that I may have, and my discernment on knowing what is going to be harmful to not only me, but to anyone else. Okay? But I want you to just understand that when we put faith in something other than ourself, it means we don't trust ourselves to be able to discern right from wrong. And I want my Jilly Juicers to know the difference between the two, not to put faith in a president, not to put faith in something other than their own biochemistry, because ultimately you're going to be the one to pick chocolate or vanilla. Okay? And both chocolate or vanilla have different ramifications. And you have to discern, are these ramifications, are these consequences worth it? And is it ultimately going to preserve your life and promote your life? Or is it going to destroy you? And that does take layers and layers and layers of peeling back the layers of healing. And that's, why I right now I'm kind of like in my own little silent mode, and I'm thinking a lot, only because I know what's coming to fruition as far as the vaccines, the shedding of the vaccines, the next year and a half. I know what's going to come to fruition. I know what's going to come. The storm is going to be coming, and people are going to see where I'm coming from, but they may see it too late. And some of you are already seeing it, but you're chalking it up to, oh, well, it's old age. Oh, well, it's this. Oh, well, it's that. So I can only say so much, but if I can offer any advice to any of you, do the Jilly Juice so you can have faith in yourself, so you don't put your faith in a president, in a statue, in an icon, in a guru, or even me. I don't want to be anybody's, thing that they put their faith in. Put faith in the facts. Put faith in facts. Put faith in information that gives you a foundation of facts, and facts are nouns only. An antibody is a fact. It's antibody. Antibiotic is not a fact because it has different contexts. But the word antibody is antibiotic, anti-life. That's a fact. And so when you understand the syntax of language, you'll understand the spell that's being cast upon the population, and that you are, that you may be being manipulated into looking for a savior other than yourself. And I'm just saying, you know what? Be careful doing that. Understand logic, study math, study English syntax, study vocabulary, study the dictionary, look up words, look up what parts of speech these words are, and then look how they're being used in these sentences, in the propaganda that's out there. And be very careful putting your faith in someone other than your biochemistry. And if you can't put faith in your own biochemistry, then you know you have to get on the J-juice harder so you can align your biochemistry so you're not putting your faith in someone that you have no idea what their intentions are. Trump, Biden, all of these politicians, they're aging and degrading. They have a shit ton of money. They may give you one thing that's awesome, but they also have nefarious things that you don't know. And when you are liking the great things, you ignore the bad things, and that's the brainwashings, where you're willing to take a package deal, where you're willing to take the good with the bad. And that's great in theory. It sounds like, oh yeah, when you get married, take the good with the bad. But then you weigh out how much is good and how much is bad, and that's relative to your belief system, the perceptions they sold you, and then what you see the outcome is relative to your expectation. And so that's very, very dangerous when we put our faith in someone that gives us both nefariousness as well as some good stuff that we believe in. Because then we're willing to lower our defenses and put our trust in something, and then the hidden hand is what actually is guiding everything. So you just be warned. Don't put your faith in a person, place, or thing. When you do the J-juice, you'll actually trust your body, mind, and spirit. All right, bye.